Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a Southern Cross Dota presentation. We're bringing you Team Storm versus Yellow solo mid in the Tide's Wrath online tournament. My name is Coldblood, and bringing this series to you alongside me will be Hawksbuck. How are you?
5 seconds.
Yeah, not too bad, man. Pretty pumped to see some more games after casting it last night. It was pretty impressive plays, man. So, yeah, really happy to be casting this tournament.
Yeah, fairly high quality. So, I am pretty sure Yellow solo mid are the higher seeded out of these teams, and they did pick to be on the Radiant side. So, we'll have to see if they can retain their higher spot or if it'll be taken away from them. Lich being banned out immediately, which makes me sad. Hawksbuck, he's my favourite Dota 2 hero, but it's no surprise really. He's been banned out a lot because of, I think it's mostly because of the sacrifice changes really allowing him to snowball in the experience, which when he's as strong a nuker as he is, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, he's got that wicked lane control and team fight potential, and we've got some other pretty common bans there, Elder's Titan and Timbersaw.
Yeah, and then the Weaver is going to be the last ban. He's also been banned out quite a lot. And now we're up to the first pick of Team Storm, and it will be the Clockwork. We have seen him a lot. We've actually seen some pretty skilled Clockwork play last night. They were landing a lot of those hook shots, and then of course you follow up with the power cogs, and there's not much you can do about it. Venomance are going to be the next pickup, and so we'll assume that's going to go into the tri lane for now. And Luna going to be locked in. So she hasn't had the most success in the games we've seen, but in the stats that popped up yesterday, she's actually very successful in the Tide's Wrath tournament. So we'll have to see if it works out for them.
Yeah, she's a pretty strong pick, obviously, having that Unreal nuke there. Crystal Maiden and Venomance are two very aggressive supports there. I suppose also the defensive capability of Venomancer through those plague wards, recently getting a buff too to apply, I believe, 50% of the poison sting.
It says they gain the poison sting level from your hero, so I guess they take the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I thought it was only 50% for some reason.
Maybe that was the buff.
No, I never used to, but I don't know. I quite forget. I only got Rubik ban out anyway, and Druid ban out. So Druid ban out's pretty interesting. Ban out perhaps it's a bit of a respect ban, not quite sure. Pugner, the next ban out there.
Yeah, I'm assuming they are targeted bans because Pugner, we haven't seen him very much or at all really, so they're not going to be going with that. And there's one more ban for Yellow solo mid. Not much reserve time being used, so I guess these teams must know each other. We'll give a Scumbag of the Night award to Magic Man for keeping us all waiting with his, not sure what kept him away from the game, but he did get in the end. Visage going to be the fourth ban out, and Lion instantly locked in, a very aggressive tri-lane already locked in, so the other solo laners going to be able to be counter picks.
Yeah, fair enough. If that's going to be the tri lane, that's a pretty damn aggressive one. Should see some kills up in that lane, I'd say. This line could also mid as well.
I'm being told that Storm is actually higher seeded, so for some reason Yellow solo mid got to pick, even though they're actually the challengers. So, there you go. We'll have to see if Team Storm can hold on to it. Already getting stuff wrong.
Yeah, fair enough, too.
Okay, so they're employing the reserve time, and not sure what they're going to pick up. We can assume Clockwork will be either mid or the offlaner in Crystal Maiden. We've seen her roaming quite a bit, but could stick in the lane, and will be Earthshaker as the other pickup, which would be... Echo Slam is pretty good against people who build Manta style, which is Luna, and Batrider got through to the fourth pick. And do you think he's becoming a little bit less of a priority ban here, Hawks, or is it just these teams know each other?
I think he's a little bit less in demand because of base damage nerf. He's still a really strong hero, as we saw last night. But yeah, he has been getting through the drafts a little bit later than I suppose, how he used to be. I believe the statistics were like he was only picked and banned in like sorry, not picked and banned in 6% of all
Reserve tag.
competitive matches. I believe the statistic was. It was something crazy like that, anyway.
Yeah, so we'll have to see. I have learned that it is for which one is it? Flame Break. So the knockback that they were using quite well yesterday is Flame Break. Going to try and remember that. Team Storm running into their reserve time. They're going to go with the Alchemist. So
Radiant's
they're
banned.
relying on the presence of Crystal Maiden to allow Alchemist to farm up, and it will be, I think, a mid laner for both teams that they have to pick after doing bans.
Oh, Bat can.
Ah, he can, yes.
Yeah, even though that he got that base
10
damage
seconds
nerf,
to
I'm pretty
go.
sure that he's still a decent mid there. He's a decent offlaner as well. You
5
also got to
seconds.
remember, Clockwork does, Team Storm, sorry, does have an offlaner in Clock,
Reserve
but
tag.
there's not, unless they wanted to run Bat Rider in the offlane, there's not one that's been picked in yet. And yeah, with that Earthshaker pickup, I was expecting a really hard carry to come out, and that would have been the Alchemist because Earthshaker's got that really good defensive capability in a dry lane with the Fisher. So yeah, I was expecting to see a pretty big late game hero, and Alki is definitely one of those guys.
Yeah, he'll be able to jump on top of a Luna and give her a run for his money. Outworld Devourer
Dire's
going to
banned.
be the last ban out, so we could potentially be seeing an intelligence hero picked up by Yellow Solo Mid. Bounty Hunter,
Radiant's
the
pinned.
last ban out for Team Storm, which is very interesting bans. We'll have to see what Yellow Solo Mid decide to go with. They're definitely running out of time. Juggernaut going to be the last pickup, so it
Dire's
looks like we'll have a
pinned.
mid Luna.
Oh, I'd say it'd be Jewel lanes maybe.
Oh, oh yeah, that's
Could
fair enough
could
too.
could be yeah, it could be a Veno and Juggernaut combo, or a Lion and Juggernaut combo. Uh,
Yeah,
and then yeah, we got Zeus pickup, man. I haven't seen a Zeus in competitive Dota in ages as
oh
well.
man, I got my ass handed to me a couple days ago by a Zeus. He got fed as heck and he rushed a Bloodstone. It was the most annoying thing of all time. And he was just dishing out so much AoE damage, and every time you thought you got away, zap, gone. So it definitely explains. Oh, I think it was the other team who banned out Outworld Devourer. Yeah, it was Yellow Solo Mid who banned that one out. What are you thinking about these team comps? There's
10 seconds
a
to
lot of
go.
late game potential on Team Storm. For Yellow Solo Mid, it's
5
it's a bit
seconds.
harder to tell. I know that Luna is very strong later on. I'm not quite sure about Juggernaut.
Yeah, man, Jugs can definitely put out some late game damage there through his ult and also through his crit. So if he's able to find farm, yeah, definitely, man, he can put out a fair amount of damage. They probably have more late game through the two carries of so. Yeah, if it went in the later stages, we'd be looking at a little bit of trouble for Storm.
Okay, so we'll have to see if Storm can lock it away before that time comes. Of course, Juggernaut becoming untargetable, and Magic Immune is definitely going to stick it to the Zeus. We have the good luck to have fun coming out. We'll go through the teams. So the lower seeded team, Yellow Solo Mid. Hopefully I don't mix them up with Team Solo Mid from League of Legends. Representing them will be Roydzy on the Juggernaut. Potentially going with him as Talek on the Lion. On the Vandermancer, we have Puddinghead, who was having a discussion about LoL with me in the lobby. On the Bat Rider, we have Nevdi with a very cool helmet on.
Watch the
And
pulse.
rounding them out will be Wundwalk. Woundwalk? I think it's Woundwalk. I'm not sure what that U means.
Yeah, it's normally out sometime, but yeah, I'd say Windwalk. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. I can't speak in tongues. So we have Storm. We've got Akiro, I think Akiro or Kirio or something, something, something. Then we've got Magic Man, who we on the Crystal Maiden, probably playing a roaming role there. And then we've got Ruby Phoenix on the Alki, the hard carry. Then we've got
30
Amster,
seconds
who'll
to
probably
go.
be in the off lane playing the clock. And then we've got the Earthshaker, who is played by Protagonist.
And it looks like they're. I think you were right about the dual lanes, at least for Yellow Solomon. Thankfully, we got the 2 minute delay now, so we don't have to worry about spoiling anything for the players. Because I didn't mess up this time. We got a very defensive spread out from Yellow Solo Mid, making sure there's no kind of shenanigans going on. There was
And
no
here we
smoke
go.
picked up by Storm, though. They've gone a very sustainy with a lot of iron, well, a lot of iron branches all over the place. And Illusion Rune going to be picked up by the Juggernaut. We'll probably be sending those out. And how do you predict the Lion Juggernaut going against? Oh, I guess Magic Man, if he roams around, it will be a 2v2. But the Emster on the Clockwork, I keep thinking is Timbersaw, and Timbersaw does very well in 2v1s. But how about Clockwork?
Yeah, Clock will do just fine. He'll be able to send out those, send out the flares for last hits and whatnot, and he's got the cogs for survivability. So yeah, he'll have a decent enough time. Um, Early game we'll see Ruby I think playing the Alki. He's going to have a little bit of a difficult time getting those last hits.
Oh, as you say that, he's managing to get a few there, pushing them back for the time being. If Roydzy and Talek were to go in on Ruby Phoenix and Protagonist, would they have the damage to take them down? It seems they're against two very tanky heroes, and with the possibility of a Crystal Maiden coming in with her Frostbite, I'm wondering if they actually have kill potential or if they'll just be zoning them out.
Well, yeah, if anybody is caught out of position in this lane, here we go. Magic Man throwing a bit of a rest out. I thought he was going to go in for the frostbite there, but he did have the spin up, so I suppose not much was going to happen. Yeah, if anybody is caught out of position, there'll be a fair bit of damage output there until at least Alki is level 6. He won't be that difficult to kill.
Okay, so I'm overestimating him, I guess. Well, of course, when Talek hits level 6, the Finger of Death, it starts 600 damage, which, with the nerfs to Chemical Rage, not going to be as easily absorbed. Very nice Fissure, I think it was. Yeah, the Fissure coming out, hitting both Roydzy and Talek. So, we know that Protagonist can land those things. We'll have to see if he can continue to. As we look down at the bottom lane, pulling the creeps to the jungle, getting himself some XP. And what is the farm looking like? Clockwork is at 2-1, as opposed to Luna's 9-6.
Yeah, they're getting the camp pulls on and whatnot, and that's obviously going to bring the creeps back to a pretty safe place for. Oh, here we go. We might see a bit of action here. Zeus has a haste route going on Pudding Head playing the Venomancer, and he's going to get the first blooded there. Zeus picking up the first blood, man.
Okay, so very nice use of the runes there. He started to back off, so I was thinking maybe top lane was the place to be, but we managed to get there. It was a very nice initiate from Emster, and that assist money that he picked up definitely going to be helping him out, as well as the experience, of course. Will he be leveling the battery assault to try and push the lane? He's not even got a point in the rocket flare yet. So he seems to be doing alright for himself despite being 1v2ing.
Yeah, he's getting enough experience, and he's pretty easily self-sustainable through the cogs, as I said. Early game, that'll knock off a fair bit of mana and whatnot if they go to attack him. So yeah, he'll be fine. I think it'll be more, how the Luna is farming in comparison.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, she's more than tripling him at the moment, so doing very well. But of course, he got the assist first blood. Having a look at the top lane, Ruby Phoenix doing really well. He's 4 or 5 ahead of the opponent as Roydzy is going to throw out the Blade Fury. A lot of damage going on to Magic Man. The Hex goes off, and I'm not sure if there was a crit at the end there, but even if it wasn't, it still manages to pick up a kill. Very nicely done there by the yellow solo mid guys in a 2v3, reacting perfectly, and they managed to walk away with that. No, he doesn't even have crit skilled, so it's probably not going to be a crit, Hawksy, as we see the Fissure go out, stun him, and Magic Man is back. As in the mid lane, we see Nevdi barely going to escape after taking down the Zeus, and doesn't die to the tower.
Oh, here we go. We're going to see a bit of action going on again. If Protagonist is able to get this Fissure off, yeah, he's getting caught out of position here.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, definitely some nice play by Protagonist there. Waited till that spin wore off and got a really nice block on him, and then Phoenix was able to come back with the unstable concoction there. So that's definitely a great revenge kill, and that's on Jug again. So that's definitely a big hit to the top lane. But yeah, as I said, man, if anybody's caught out of position, anybody can die in that lane, even though it's a 2v3, as we just saw.
Yeah, okay, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how Protagonist on the Earthshaker goes because Fisher seems like a pretty cool skill. He's going to be potentially coming in for the gank on Nevdi here, although Nevdi on the Bat Rider can ignore terrain, which I assume means he can ignore Fisher. Will the Fisher be coming out here? He does get trapped, but he's instantly going to pop that, and oh, Zeus is actually going to get the burst done, uses the ultimate to secure that beautiful play, and Pudding Head's going to teleport in, not do too much. Meanwhile, Ruby Phoenix is going to pick up Roydzy's head at the top lane, so I guess we didn't really see either of those plays coming.
Yeah, the Zeus obviously having an unreal amount of burst there. He was able to finish off that kill, and yeah, we had Jug, I think, go down at the same time as well. So the damage from that already wreaking a bit of havoc, man. It's good to see a Zeus pick up too, man. Really haven't seen one in ages, and that'll give top lane a fairly significant boost here. Phoenix will be able to, really take advantage of the space and get his farm going on, which, yeah, he has 34 creeps, and he has taken 3 points in the grid as well. Stun coming up from Talik. He has busted the Chemical Rage, so probably won't be able to finish off that kill. He's going to man up and go straight back in with that Rage. Stun goes out on Talik. He's able to pick that up as well, and that's a killing spree there for Phoenix. And it looks like he's not finished just quite yet.
Whoa. Chemical Rage definitely turning that one around. I think Roydzy realized because he started going after Magic Man and then he realized his support was taking a lot of bursts. Looks like Fisher going to go out in the mid lane. Nevdi going to get stunned up by it, but the intervention of Pudding Heads going to stop too much happening there. So Storm definitely walking away with the game at the moment. They're saving grace. Probably the Luna down at the bottom lane wound walk. I'm not sure what it is. Oh, sorry, I missed something in the mid lane. Looks like another Fisher going out. And Zeus going to pick himself up another kill. So he's well on the way to getting a level 2 in the Thunder God's Wrath.
Yeah, and that's also given Protagonist some early levels as well. So he's already level 6, which is definitely a good thing. Mana Boots coming out on the Zeus, so we're going to see a lot more spam and a lot more ganks pretty damn soon, I'd say.
I think he just bought that mana crystal through the wall. Oh, after the top lane, we're going to have to try and catch these a little bit better. So, Roydzy going to pick up a revenge kill on Ruby Phoenix. It's definitely going...
Smoke down bot as well.
Oh.
I'd love to see some more action here.
Yeah, Woundwalk, I don't think he wanted to see that. The fish is going to come out, and he will go down very quickly. Emster managing to pick one of those up with the battery assault. He will be happy with that. And Storm doing a fantastic job at the moment. Although Roydzy going to be getting the push on at the top. What is his farm looking at? 23 to the 43 of Ruby Phoenix. So definitely not going his way.
Up at top again, we do have Chemical Rage and the concoction being busted on the jugs there. He's going to throw off a few right clicks on Talik there. Not sure if he's going to follow through or not. He does follow. Ooh, no, he just throws the concoction and backs up and waits for his mana to regen. But yeah, he forces once again Jug back to base. So, he's level 6 right now. Looking very short on the experience. Meanwhile, Alchemist, he's definitely got some strong farm on now and does have has 4 points in Grievel's Greed there. So you can see, just watch how this Phoenix is going to snowball him, and he's in a very commanding position.
Yeah, if he gets to level 2 in Chemical Rage, he's going to be almost unkillable unless Talik on the line is able to burst through his health with the Finger of Death, which he does indeed have now. I'm looking at the net worth, and Woundwalk just managing to get number 3rd there on the net worth with 2,600, but the Alki man 4,400, closely approaching 4,500, and then 3,400 on the Zeus. Storm looking very good on the money at the moment, and the experience, they've also managed to get 3,000 in their favor, and I believe the gold was in YSM's favor. Navadi going to manage to get out of there, and Akira going to try and teleport out. Nicely done to avoid Roydzy coming in like a bullet.
Yeah, he is able to dodge that kill there, but even though he did TP into the mid, it's not the worst thing for Roydzy now, but he is able to pick up a few last hits here, which he was lacking in the top lane, On top, we're going to see Talent go down again. The concoction comes out, as does the Rage, and he will die also. TP support comes in from Never. The sticky napalm stacks are starting to build up. He does bust out the lasso. TP support also coming in from Pudding there. He's keeping out. Is he going to be able to get out? He does! Oh, man, that's going to make you mad. He knew that all stuns were down, and he picks up his Shadow Blade now too, which is great. So he does survive there, which is a massive win for him.
Oh, that was down to the wire for sure. He's going to be really happy with that one. Haste Rune down at the bottom part of the river. Be available to be picked up. Looks like Magic Man's going to pick that one up for himself. Speaking of items, we'll have a look if anything else substantial's been completed. Doesn't look like it just yet. The Tranquil Boot's going to up the mobility of Magic Man as a core. Where is he going to be teleporting to? It will be the bottom lane. We'll have to see if Woundwalker's going to be in some trouble here. The power shot goes off. Cogs will be landing any second now, and the burst comes through from Zeus, going to secure that one. And things definitely looking in Storm's favour as Roidsy gonna get absolutely demolished there. Last hit by the Unstable Concoction. Acid Spray not even being leveled yet. When an Alki is getting this fed and he's able to level his E first, he's gonna have a lot of money.
Oh, definitely, man. He's going to be rolling in it soon. He's probably, if he builds BKB next, man, he's going to be pretty damn difficult to take down, as they're probably also going to have a crack at this T1 Terror as well. The Chemical Rage is available, and yeah, there you go, he does bust that. The Fortification comes out, as does TP support, instantly into the spin there, preventing any further damage. Oh, wow, the ult goes out. Is he going to be able to get off this Rage? Yeah, he does, as the tower goes down as well. So Royce's probably going to get down, go down as well, even though he used Omni Slash. So that's a massive win for that the 4 Storm.
Yeah, his Omni Slash would have been so much better if it was a higher level, but only having 3 jumps didn't leave him invulnerable for nearly long enough. And I thought there was a teleport going on, but it looks like whoever started doing that cancelled immediately. So we saw a kill down at the bottom lane on to Emster on the Clockwork. I'm not sure who managed to pick it up. Probably Nevdi. We'll have a look. Oh, it was Talek who managed to pick that up, so good job on being where he was needed, but top is starting to snowball out of control at this point. How's the gold looking? Almost 7,500 in Storm's favour. The experience, I assume, is something similar, and they're going to have no answer to the single target damage of the Alki, who has the most gold in the game, with the AoE potential of the rest of his team. They're going to have little to no answer to it if they don't make something happen soon.
Yeah, they really do have to try to shut down this Alki before he does go out of control. He's picked up a Vitality booster now. He has busted the Concoction and the Shadow Blade, so he's going to get a surprise hit on Talek here. Yeah, and there you go. He goes down before that stun even wears off, so that's another hit, as they're probably going to get a fair bit of push on this T1 tower. There is a fair bit of support there, but massive shift. Massive shift.
Oh, Emster barely doesn't go down to the trail from the Bat Rider. I'm not sure how he managed to survive that one, and Zeus no, it was Ruby Phoenix who picked that one up after Akor bringing in the burst, and that was an ace for Storm. So clearing all 5 of the enemy, and they're going to be getting only the 2nd tower of the game, so they haven't been pushing as much as just farming the enemy. But it looks like they seek to rectify that with this mid tower.
Yeah, probably see another T1 tower go down here. The Rage is available. That's a level 2 Rage as well. So that's definitely a fair bit of survivability. TP support is coming in, and they're deciding whether or not to go in on this, but choosing not to. Alchemist picking up the last hit on that tower as well. So, man, he'll be looking at building into this early heart, I'd say. And if he gets that heart, man, holy...
Several hundred health a second when he pops the ulti. That's going to be very hard. Magic Man, the only one not ahead of the entire enemy. Ruby Phoenix going to stroll right past Talek and gets Dust of Appearance to stop the Shadow Blade. Going to get hexed. Talek does have the ultimate available. He's going to blow it, and he committed suicide. Okay, he must have had Bloodstone. No.
Nope.
How did he do that?
No, Concoction.
Oh, okay. That was very clever then, denying the enemy anything really. I think they
Uh,
they don't get experience. They do shut him down at least for now, but that was really clever. I forgot that it blew up in your face.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that if it was intentional or not, because he did look at trying to stun him, but you know whether the intention was there or not, that's still I suppose a win for him. Well, not necessarily a win, but you know the best possible result.
Oh, whatever he meant to do, it ended up working. So it was well done by him. Smoke going to be popped by the supports of YSM. They're going to head up and rendezvous with Akirio. That's an annoying name to try and pronounce. He can be Aki. Aki. That'll do. Zeus the Aki.
Yep, fair enough. That works for me because otherwise I'll sit there and tongue ball over it for ages. I having a little bit of a break and play from action here, as opposed to how the rest of the game has been played out there. But massive shout out to Talik that was able to burst him down before he could bust that chemical rage there.
Oh, definitely being in the right place at the right time. Just unfortunately for him, couldn't get anything out of it. It was pretty cool play though, you have to say. He was. They're not giving up, which is always good. The hook shot going to go onto Pudding Heads, and the Omni Slash going to go onto Emster. Blade Fury starts up, but I don't think much is going to come from it. Magic Man going to be the next target. No, he is going to get out of there. Crystal Nova goes down. He's going to be frostbited, and Curio going to blink in and secure that one for himself. And GG says Roydsy. It looks like YSM may be throwing in the towel. I say maybe, and they're all saying GG. There we go. The Ancient gonna fall Hawks and Storm 1-0 in this best of 3 series.
Yeah, that was definitely massive stomping there. Top just wreaking all kinds of havoc there. Just as I thought, you know, oh wow, Top actually might have a good start here. Taking out an unanswered kill versus a tri-lane is definitely a great start, but they're not able to follow it. You know, follow through with there, and he just snowballed out of control there.
Okay, well, as we get ready to head into Game 2, we're going to have to name an MVP before you bugger off on me and join the next lobby. So I am in favour of giving it to Protagonist, because I think he really set up the early game dominance for his team with those amazing fishes all throughout the game. You knew when he was entering the fight, so I'm in favour of giving it to him.
Yeah, sounds good by me, man. He definitely was landing those fishes there. Zeus also playing a solid mid there, getting a few kills on bot lane as well. So yeah, it was definitely well played all around. I think.
Even after dying, Zeus, I think he was the first casualty of his team, and then he got a haster and went to bot, and definitely ended up making a difference. So that was very well done to not give up and take the opportunity when he got it.
Yeah, there you go, man. As I'm jumping in the lobby now, getting ready for Game 2.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a minute, and we'll see if Storm can sweep the series or if YSM have something else to show us. This is Cold Blood and Hawksbuck signing out.